There are no changes to the agenda.
Okay, is there a motion to adopt the agenda? All in favor, aye? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Need approval of the February 28, 2013 minutes or any changes?
Second.
Any changes to be made? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Minutes are now official. Councilman Bedney, you want to say anything? Or?
Just happy birthday to Commissioner.
You want to sing to him, or you just?
I don't think you want me to sing.
Okay, you can't light any candles in there. Fire marshal is. Okay. Bob, items on deferral.
There are two items to be withdrawn. The first item is item 1A, 2013 CP-012-001. This is the Southeast Nashville Plan Amendment. This is a request to amend the Southeast Community Plan to change from conservation, residential low medium, and corridor general policies to suburban neighborhood evolving, suburban neighborhood center, and natural conservation policies for properties located at the southwest corner of Holt Road and Nolensville Pike. And staff is recommending that item be withdrawn. Next item is item 1B, 2013 SP 005-001 on page 4 of your agenda. This is the Villages at Holt Road SP. This is a request to rezone from AR2A to specific plan district on properties located at the southwest corner of Nolensville Road and Holt Road to prevent a mixed-use development. And staff is also recommending that this item be withdrawn.
Good. Chairman, Commissioners, excuse me. You've heard items 1A and 1B, been a request to withdraw. Is there a motion to do so?
So moved.
Motion second to withdraw. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Items on consent.
Yes. Before I get to the consent agenda, as information for our audience, if you are not satisfied with the decision made by the Planning Commission today, you may appeal the decision by petitioning for a writ of cert with the Davidson County Chancery or Circuit Court. Your appeal must be filed within 60 days of the date of entry of the Planning Commission's decision. To ensure that your appeal is filed in a timely manner and that all procedural requirements have been met, please be advised that you should contact independent legal counsel. As notice to the public, items on the consent agenda will be voted on at a single time. No individual public hearing will be held, nor will the Commission debate these items unless a member of the audience or the Commission requests that the item be removed from the consent agenda. So as I read these items into the consent agenda, if anyone would like those removed, please raise your hand. The first item is item number 2, the Worthy and Worthy SP plan. This is a request to rezone from RS5 to SP zoning for properties located at 1729 and 1731 Knowles Street to permit a maximum of 4 residential units. Staff is recommending approval of the preliminary SP with conditions and disapproval without all conditions. Next item on the consent is item 3, 2013 SP-010-001. This is on page 5 of your agenda. This is the Glen Echo Cottages SP. This is a request to rezone from R10 to SP zoning for properties located at 1701, 1705, and 1709 Glen Echo Road to permit up to 8 residential units. And staff recommends approval of the SP with conditions and disapproval without all conditions. Next item is item 4, 2013 Z-006 PR-001. This is on page 5 of your agenda. This is a request to rezone from OR20 and IWD to CS zoning for properties located at 12629 Old Hickory Boulevard near Hobson Pike, and this is the staff recommends approval of this rezoning. The last item is item 5, 2013 Z-007 PR-001. This is on page 5 of your agenda. This is a request to rezone from RS40 to C. I believe this one's actually CS. No, I'm sorry. This is the Whites Creek. This is RS40 to MUL. I'm sorry. Zoning for property located at Whites Creek Pike, unnumbered. Staff recommends approval. And I believe that's all. Sorry, I had something else on here, so I believe that's all the items on the consent agenda.
Items 2,
3, 4, and 5 have been requested by staff to be approved on consent. There's a motion to do that.
I just have a question
Sure, yeah.
about item number 2. Why is it needing to be a SP?
The policy in that area calls for site plan-based zoning for anything that's going to implement that community plan that's not single-family. So this is a attached multifamily development, so the policy in that area calls for it to be an SP-type zoning.
Did we receive any comments about this from any of the neighbors?
We did initially, and this is one we've had lots of discussions with the council member and with several of the neighbors in the area, but for this meeting, we have not heard any new comments or any opposition for this meeting. The plan has changed since it first came in, and during the review process, the design of the plan has changed, that I believe most of the people that we had talked to are now satisfied with the design.
Okay, that's what I need to hear. Thank you.
This is a motion to accept these on consent.
so moved.
Motion second to approve items 2, 3, 4, and 5 on consent. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? For members of the audience, there'll be no public hearings today. All the items that we were to take up have now been taken care of. Phil, do you have anything from the Parks Board?
One item I'd like to report on, and that is the fact that we have an organization that's going to build a floating dock on the Cumberland River. If you know where the old Naval Reserve building was there in Shelby Park, that's going to be now a storage facility for skiffs and canoes and those kind of boats. And they're going to be evidently regular races, more often have regular races on the river. So that's going to be constructed. It's really an interesting design that they have for the floating dock, and it can, in time, be increased in size, too.
Thank you. Anything from council?
Don't have anything for the council, but wish Commissioner Ponder happy birthday. This was his.
Thank you.
Well, we've got two birthdays here.
Two
The big one.
birthdays.
Well, it's actually not for 3 weeks, but we had a little surprise celebration the other day. I'm hitting the big 8-0.
Well.
Stuart, you're 79, right?
I didn't know anybody was older than that.
Phil, you may be my oldest living friend. Jennifer,
Happy birthday.
Executive Director's report.
I've got just a couple of things to note. First, I wanted to alert you and our audience to the fact that the GIS division has just launched 2 new applications that will be helpful to Nashville residents. The first is a polling place locator, where someone can go online and go to this site and plug in their address, and it'll tell them where their polling place is and who their current elected officials are. The second web tool is for creating mailing lists. If you plug in a map and parcel or an address and a number of feet buffer, it will generate a mailing list for you that you can download and turn into labels and be on your way. And so those are both going to be posted on our website. They're there now on the front page. And so kudos to our GIS division. They're doing really good work.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have any complaints other than me of people who have problems getting the maps on Windows 7?
Yes, that issue has come up. In terms of, I do want to indicate it's not with the GIS division. They've been doing their work and like that. We've been sending concerns that we have to Metro ITS, and so if you and I want to visit afterwards, I can let them know what kind of things you're running into.
Okay.
Okay. The other announcement I have is with regard to Nashville Next, our countywide planning effort that's underway. Some of you may have attended Dr. Henry Cisneros, who came to speak about economic development and social progress on Monday. He gave a terrific speech. You can find his entire speech and some of the audience reaction on our NashvilleNext.net webpage. He discussed economic development from a national perspective, but we have local experts who wrote background reports on on economic development, on education, and arts and culture, and those are also posted to the webpage. Next up is Doug Farr, who's going to talk about sustainable urbanism, and he'll be speaking on Monday, March 25th. At Scarrett Bennett. And then we've got an ongoing conversation online where neighborhood groups, Rotary, merchants groups, whoever can sign up for Book a Planner, and we'll come out and talk to your group about Nashville Next. And that's all on our website, nashvillenext.net. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Adjourn.